Kia ora. In my previous video, I talked about the $10 note. In today's video, I'll show you the $20 note and explain the images on it. Here's the $20 note, which is about 12 US dollars or 10 pounds. Right in the center of the note is an official portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. If you don't know much about New Zealand, you might ask why she's on our money note. It's because besides the UK, she was also Queen of New Zealand, as well as 13 other countries such as Canada and Australia. This photo was taken to mark her Diamond Jubilee, which is the 60th anniversary of her accession to the throne. Basically, 60 years since 1952, when she became queen.
Elizabeth Alexandra Mary is now, by the death of our late sovereign of happy memory, become Queen Elizabeth II.
At 25 years old, she is the reigning monarch of 7 independent Commonwealth countries.
This is the full portrait, which shows the insignia she was wearing: the Order of New Zealand, the New Zealand Order of Merit, the Queen's Service Order, and the diamond fern brooch, which can be seen here on the note. It was gifted as a Christmas present to the Queen by a group called the Women of Auckland in 1953, when she first visited New Zealand. She was also the first reigning monarch of New Zealand to ever visit New Zealand. Next to the Queen is the image of the 2 main buildings of the New Zealand Parliament in Wellington. This one is the Parliament House, houses the chamber where the House of Representatives sits to debate bills.
Here in New Zealand, his government has banned oil and gas exploration as well as mining on conservation land.
This government has not banned oil and gas exploration, and whatever that industry called mining is, I'm having difficulty trying to understand it. We've not banned that either.
Is the reality that when New Zealand has the worst business confidence, which has a flow-on effect to investment and jobs in a decade since the global financial crisis, that all he can do is come down to this house and make jokes about it?
Look, I can't win the joke stakes. I'm looking at one.
Laws are made in the Parliament House and are managed in the building right next to it, the Beehive, or the Executive Wing. Yes, it's called the Beehive because it's shaped like a beehive. The Beehive has 10 floors above ground and 4 floors below ground. The Prime Minister's office is on the 9th floor. And the top floor is for cabinet meetings. The seniority of a minister is reflected in how far up the building they are. Basically, the higher, the more important. The Beehive is such a New Zealand icon, which is why it was chosen to feature on the $20 note. This pattern on the left is called
Pautama,
or the stairs to heaven. The steps symbolize levels of development, improvement, and achievement. It is from Te Hau ki Turanga, the world's oldest carved meeting house, which is now located at the Museum of New Zealand.
te papatunga lewa.
Ranga tūwhera ki te marea, ka noho mana whenua a rongo whakaata ki te papa, ko rātou te iwi tuawaru kia pērā ki roto.
Now let's turn to the back of the note. This big bird is the New Zealand falcon, or
Ka rea rea.
the New Zealand falcon is only found in New Zealand and is capable of flying at speeds of up to 200 kilometers per hour.
While we're out flying and finding food, nasty predators come into our nests and eat our eggs. How rude is that? So listen up, kids. We Kārearea are New Zealand's only native falcon. So if we go extinct, that's it. There's no one to replace us. So, spread the word to all your friends in whānau. I'm counting on your help to make sure we Kārearea are around for a long time to come.
Behind the Kārearea is Mount.
Tapuai o Uenuku.
The name translates from Maori as footprint of the rainbow. Same as the Kārearea, the Marlborough rock daisy is also native to New Zealand. It's a daisy. It's from the Marlborough district of New Zealand and it grows out of rocks. Marlborough is the hottest, driest part of New Zealand, and this beautiful and tough daisy grows well in this climate. Alright, that's all about the $20 note. The next video will be about the $50 note, featuring one of New Zealand's best-known figures, Sir
Apirana Turupa Ngata,
who was the first Maori to graduate from a New Zealand's university and an elected member of parliament for 38 years.